Thanks for tuning in. This is Week Cyclists, and today we're going to be reviewing the Magicshine Monteer 1400. This is a all-in-one LED bicycle headlight with 1400 lumens. Alright, so here we have the contents of the Monteer 1400. This is a all-in-one LED headlight. If we go over the specs, you can see this is a $100 retail price. It's 1400 lumens, which is pretty good for the price. Removable batteries, which is actually a really nice deal. You don't see that typically. It's charged, it has two lithium-ion batteries, and then each one of those runs individually circuit for the LEDs. If we go ahead and look at the contents, you see you get the head unit itself, and then the back part is actually removable. So if you just use a coin and a little twist, you can see these pop out. So these are Magicshine branded. Each one of these is 2600 milliamps. These are 18650 cells. You should be able to get these from anywhere. According to the website, these are Magicshine specific, but I wouldn't be surprised if you could run any generic one. And this is actually really nice. A lot of these all-in-ones have built-in non-replaceable batteries, so once they die, you kind of have to throw the whole light away. So this is the light itself, aluminum body. The mount is built onto it. Feels really well built. In terms of the lens, it looks pretty basic, just little reflectors in there. The mount itself is similar to the Eagle F3. So a little click in, you can see these raised tabs. You just drop it in, and then it clicks into place, and it's really secure. You can't adjust the rotation or angle, but you can pull this back and forth. And then you pull the button back, lift off. So it's pretty secure. You also get a few different strap options. I'm showing you two of them here. So it's fairly easy to put on the first time. And you can see it basically goes in here. You use an Allen wrench here. And you can tighten, as you tighten down the screw, it'll pull down the tension for different handlebar sizes. For charging, you get a basic micro USB port built into the head unit itself. And this is nice. You don't really have to use an external charger. You can plug it in your computer or anywhere. You should also be able to pick up any generic charger just for the batteries themselves. What's also interesting is this is designed to run on one or two batteries. So I can show you that now. If I put in one of these in here and lock it in place. They actually designed it so each circuit is dedicated to one battery. So you can see you can actually run with one cell only, and it'll do one side only. Alright, so let's look at the fit and finish of the Monteer 1400. You can see the design itself is pretty different from the other Magicshines. This is an all-in-one, which means you have no external battery pack. Everything's built in, no wire sticking out, so it's all-in-one. You just grab it, you can go. The body itself has these kind of interesting details, these little extrusions for heat dissipation. The top, you get a single button interface that illuminates behind it. It's basically a long hole to turn on and off. And then the button itself will give you a battery indicator. It's fairly coarse. You only get a kind of 20 to 100% green, and then I think under that it's red or blinking red. So it's a little hard to tell how much battery you have left. The two LEDs in front. The basic door in the back with a little quarter turn to unlock. This is waterproof as well, so everything's pretty well built. I think it's IPS6. The bottom mount, I've heard some people don't actually like this one as much, but I find it pretty nice, especially compared to like the rubber mount. It's a little easier to come and go. It feels more secure, less rattling. And I feel like once you have the strap down, you don't have to worry about it popping off or breaking. So as I mentioned, yeah, we have the micro USB port right underneath, or you can use an external charger. And overall, it's got a pretty good heft to it. It is a long light. If I bring the ruler out, you see it's almost 4 inches long. So if you're more used to the other Magicshines, this is a bit big. If I bring out the MJ906, this is a 5000 lumen headlight, but of course has a battery pack, as you can see with the wires. You can see this is quite a bit shorter. but as a result of the batteries, it's a lot longer. But otherwise similar size. The width is similar, it's just a lot longer and shorter. It is fairly heavy too, especially compared to the other light units. I wouldn't really recommend this as a head unit on your helmet just because of the weight. I also happen to have the 908 here. This is one of the bigger units, right? The 8,000 lumens. This is more similar size, it's almost about, but same thing. It's a half of the length, but quite a bit shorter. So I think it's an interesting package. All right, now we'll go outside and take a look at the light mounted on the bike. As you can see with this all-in-one package, you don't have any external battery pack, you don't have any wiring, so it's much cleaner. And the mount itself, you can see, lifts it up, the light off the handlebar and gives you enough space. If we turn the light on, you can see the strobe mode is really great for daytime commuting or kind of low light situations. It's a little exaggerated with the camera, but pretty bright even in person. And with that mount, you can actually shove the light pretty close to the stem, which frees up a lot of space. All right, now let's take a look at the beam pattern. There's only 4 settings with the Monteer: a low, medium, high, and a strobe effect. You can see here there's a pretty visible difference between each mode. And overall, the beam is really well focused in a further distance. You don't get much of a diffuse kind of flood style beam. If you compare some of these shots with like the Eagle F3 that I've reviewed, you'll see the beam pattern is pretty unique. And here's a comparison low, medium, high. Again, yeah, very obvious difference. Okay, now let's look at the pros and cons. I think the all-in-one design is really great. You don't have an external battery pack, no wiring, a lot easier to use. You just lift it, take it off, and charge it directly. Another pro is the fact that you have replaceable lithium-ion batteries. This is pretty unique. Normally you have to buy brand-specific cells or cartridges, so it's nice that they added with this light. And the other thing is the 1400 lumens is pretty good output, especially given the size of the light. As you saw, it's a lot smaller than some of the other ones, although it's longer because of the battery. The things I don't like are the single button interface. It'd be great if they had an LCD screen like some of the other higher end models. It makes it a little difficult to travel between modes since you just have to click through them. It's a little too heavy to be used as a helmet mount, although you could. And the other thing is the beam pattern is a little highly focused. It's more of a spot beam. That's something I kind of don't like using this alone, especially on dark roads. Now that we've gone over the pros and cons, let's give this thing a rating. I think overall, I would give this a 9 out of 10. I think it's a really powerful all-in-one light, and you don't have to sacrifice lumens for size, and it gives you kind of the portability of an all-in-one. All right, thanks for watching this review. You can also follow us on Instagram at The Sweet Cyclist, as well as our website at thesweetcyclist.com. Don't forget to like and subscribe this video, and The Sweet Cyclist reminding you to enjoy the ride.